William here, Patriot Containers. You know, some of these companies that I'm warning you guys of that are ripping you guys off, they get complaints so often that I kind of get sick of making these videos. So I have to kind of slow down, and I'm not going to be on top of it as like I used to because it's overwhelming for me. It's not for me. I actually am used to this. It's just too many videos I'm making about the same old problems. Every crappy company will never deliver on the day you expected a container, and they'll give you 4 different lies. They'll deliver you a piece of crap, and all the lies you were told when they took your order were not the truth, and then they just leave you out to hang and dry, and they move on, and they don't care about their customers, or they keep a bunch of money. So here's another one. I've read a lot of complaints on this company a lot lately, and it sounds like they sell containers, obviously. They deliver containers, obviously, but they just can't deliver a container when they promise the customer a delivery date. And they sell crappy containers too. Most companies cater to customers that say they don't care about quality. They're all over it. Me personally, I want my customers to be picky, and I'm scared of customers that are not picky. I have a philosophy. If you give a picky customer with what they want, they'll be happy. If you give an unpicky customer with what they want, they're going to be unhappy. So the reason I've been in business for 11 years now, and I've sold maybe 20,000 containers, and you still can't find a single complaint on my business, is because I don't purchase junk and then deliver it to my customers, and then lie about all these wonderful things about my company that aren't true to take people's money. That's why I don't have any complaints. I deliver on the right days. I deliver good used and good new, and everything that I tell my customers is the truth. That's why you can't find a complaint on my business. So let's get into this because I don't want to drag this one on. This is a complaint. It came in 17 hours ago. It says, worst experience ever when purchased on December 4th. Was told a 2-week window on delivery, text sales rep, and talk to a person in logistics. I've said this time and time again in my videos. When you guys are dealing with sales reps that can't actually tell you a specific date that's on a calendar when they are taking your order, you're most likely not going to get a container in the estimated time that you were promised by the sales rep. The reason that's true is the sales rep has no clue of what the company is purchasing, and they have no direct contact with the drivers, so they have to tell you a general window that is usually false to make you make that sale. And talked to the guy in logistics and was given multiple excuses of why it's taking longer than expected, and was promised the week after Christmas. Never showed. Called again. It will be Tuesday the 6th. Called by the driver. The truck broke down. Hasn't even loaded the container. Didn't receive till the 8th. I run a business, and my word is everything. These guys don't care about you or anyone else. Sales reps don't return calls or texts. And the owner responded, and he, of course, has every excuse and why it's not their fault. The truth is these types of companies are professional order takers, but their back end of their business is just dog shit. It will always be that way. When you have a company that sells with upfront lies, their back end will be a letdown for the customers. They didn't use the truth to sell you something. They used lies to sell you something, and then you found out the hard way that every lie that you were told was not true. This customer, however, did not mention he was charged the cancellation fee. The owner's response, it basically says this: if you purchase from us again, we will apply your cancellation fee toward your next order. The owner is admitting that he actually kept money for the customer canceling their order. The reason the customer canceled their order is he was promised probably 4 different delivery dates and a container never arrived and the communication wasn't there. And he wants out. He was let down by the company he trusted, and he canceled his order. Well, they have a cancellation fee. Most of these crooked companies that say they have warranties, money back guarantees, they all have a system that only benefits the company but kind of screws over their customers. Where once the customer's in the sale, once the customer is in the trap, they can't get out unless they lose money. If they bring out a bad container and it was misled on the sales approach, the company's going to not be responsible for anything, and they don't defend their customers. It's sad. This is the saddest thing about with what I do and why I make my videos is everybody that calls me, I want to tell them 100% of the truth so you don't feel misled. So everything happens correctly and smoothly. So when a container finally gets there on the right day, you'll be happy. The problem with what's going on in the container industry now is you guys have a lot of companies that are selling to close you with a list of lies. And once they get you, it's too late. And so it's just really difficult to make these videos is because these types of customers, they go with these types of companies because they feel they're so secure and this company is going to do the best thing for them. And it turns out that these are actually the worst companies to buy from that will screw you over in a heartbeat and keep your money. That's the unfortunate part about reading these videos, and it's never ending. These companies just keep getting complaints, keep getting horror stories. It's just never ending. It's always the same. That's it. I want to keep this video short. Have a good one. Goodbye.